One of the most common questions I get asked all the time is, can I expedite my marriage or fiancé visa case right now in 2023? People are anxious, they're waiting for their visa appointments. Well, let's talk about it. Hello everybody, and welcome back to Immigration Channel. This is a place where we explain complex immigration matters in short, simple videos. In this video, I'll answer the question that I get asked often: can I expedite my marriage or fiancé visa case? I'll cover some of the options that are available right now. We'll talk about which one is faster, fiancé visa or marriage in 2023, and a few other topics that are connected in the process of applying overseas. I'm talking about, this is all about people that apply overseas, not inside the United States, for the marriage or fiancé visa. So if you're interested in this topic, make sure you watch this video all the way until the end. And if you're here for the first time, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos, and also give us a big like so YouTube will be able to show this video to more people just like you. So as you know, things have changed in the past year or so, especially when you apply for a fiancé or a marriage visa at a consulate or embassy overseas. In some parts of the world, these embassies are open and working normally and starting to slowly schedule more appointments. And in other parts, it's really slow and they're working in limited capacity. And as a result, appointments for marriage cases and fiancé visas are very, very limited. Every single day I get a phone call from somebody that's asking me, when will they schedule my visa appointment for my fiancé or marriage-based green card? Because of the delays with those visas, fiancé and regular cases, also known as IR1s and CR1s, those cases, because they get delayed so often, people are trying to expedite and find ways to get those cases to be processed much faster. We'll talk about that as well in a second. But the difference between a fiancé visa and a marriage-based visas in terms of processing times right now in 2023 are almost non-existent. It's taking almost as long for a fiancé visa to get processed just like a marriage-based visa. And that's the reason why a lot of people are opting out right now not to go for fiancé visas and go straight for marriage cases if they can. Now, people are still going to file fiancé visas because not in all situations people are able to get married, and therefore fiancé visa is always an option for somebody that they're not ready to get married yet, but they want to be able to start the immigration process because they just don't want to be able to wait. Before the pandemic, fiancé visas were definitely much faster. We're talking about sometimes 6 to 7 months faster than actual green cards. Right now, that gap has definitely shrunk and they're almost identical in terms of processing times. So can you expedite a marriage-based visa right now in 2023? The answer is yes, you can still do so. You can use the email nvcexpedite@state.gov to submit a proper request to expedite your marriage-based case to the National Visa Center. You will submit a declaration, supporting documents, and of course anything else you feel is important to support the request for expedite. Let me tell you that in 2023, the number one reason why cases get approved is based on extreme hardship to the US citizen, not to the foreign national, but to the US citizen. It could be a medical issue, a financial matter, a job-related issue. Extreme hardship to a US citizen is still the number one reason why we get requests for expedite to be approved to this day. How long does it take for fiancé visa cases to get processed in 2023? Right now, you're looking at close to 2 years in most cases. Of course, there are exceptions, and some cases take a little bit less, but we haven't seen anything less than 1.5 years, specifically for K-1 visas that have been filed over 1 year ago and now are being adjudicated. What happens when you get married while the K-1 visa is being processed? Because K-1 visas are taking so long to process, a lot of couples end up getting married because they just can't stand the separation, they can't be far away from each other, and they're just not being able to plan their future while the K-1 visa is being processed. So if you marry during the K-1 visa process, the case will completely end at that point, and you will have to refile a new application called I-130 and start the process of the marriage-based visa from day one, because the K-1 visa will be canceled upon marriage. So the biggest question, should we go with a fiancé visa or a marriage-based case? I always tell people it depends. It depends on your circumstance. Not everybody can get married fast. There are other considerations, family and custom. So the fiancé visa is a good option to start the immigration process. Sometimes you'll have to go all the way through that process, come to the United States, and then finish it in the United States because you have 3 months to get married and maybe enough time to plan it. If I had the choice, I would go with the marriage-based petition because on the long run, it will be cheaper and probably faster to finish the process, come to the United States, and you don't have to refile again to get your green card upon coming to the United States. So if you have the option, go with the marriage-based petition. But if not, the Fiancée Visa is always a good option to start the process if you know that eventually you're going to get married. What are the main grounds that people are getting their expedited approvals right now? In addition to extreme hardship to a U.S. citizen spouse, you can use medical situations, you can use pregnancy issues, you can also use argument that your child is going to age out. All these things were helpful in the past to get our clients' cases expedited. Can you use a congressman or any other U.S. representative to expedite your case outside of the MVC process? Yes, you can try. In some cases, they've been effective, but in majority of times we realize that the State Department doesn't really care about the congressman's involvement, but sometimes it does help. It's not going to hurt. So if you've done everything else and things didn't work, definitely try congressional assistance as well, because eventually, if we have to sue the government for the extreme delays, we want to be able to show that we've tried all the options to move the case forward. So once again, 2023, whether you should try a fiancé visa or a marriage-based case is totally up to you. The biggest lesson from this video is that the time difference between a K-1 fiancé visa and the marriage-based application are not that big. They're almost identical. So it's not going to be about saving time. It's going to be more about personal decisions and how you are in that relationship moving forward. Not to the foreign applicant, not to anyone else in the family. So if you're thinking about it, if you are stuck in your case, if you need help, all you have to do is send me a text, 619-483-4549. I'm here for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.